Thanks, everyone. Or thanks, Kelsey, and nice that you are joining us. We're going to talk about IVION. So we had a lot of presentations already about the MLX, which is like, of course, an amazing new technology that NavVis has launched 2 weeks ago. But like we have IVION to show all that data, right? So all the data that you're capturing with a VLX or with the MLX, you can showcase that within IVION. And I'm joined here with Marina Grechko. She's a lead product manager for IVION. And yeah, give it up for her. And she's been involved with the development of a great new feature for IVION, which is model visualization. So, yeah.
Thank you, Piet.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining today. So we're going to talk about model visualization today.
Yeah. So I think you've been involved from the start there, right? Maybe you can explain a little bit what was the goal for the feature, right? Why was it like? Why do we need models in IVION?
So as you know, we're not only hardware company, we're also a software company, and we interested in trying to create the whole ecosystem of products for our customers. And we heard a lot from our customers that we need, that they need to be able to import models in the IVION. So that's coming from the customers. In our main source of information is either trade shows like that, or emails, or actually Piet, our customer-facing, one of representatives of our customer-facing teams, to find out what our customer needs. Oh, now we are louder. Cool.
Yeah, so talking with customers, like getting great point clouds is not where, for most of our customers, it ends, right? So a lot of the times they would like to convert that into a model because that's what their customers want. And from design work, new design on existing sites is mainly done within Revit, and it is a 3D model. Now, to showcase that together with the point cloud is great, right?
Yes. So the use case that we heard a lot is that you're not only working with the point clouds, as Pete mentioning, but you need to bring the model so that you compare the point clouds against the model. The model is something that you create sometimes initially to plan the use of the site or the construction or do the renovation of the site. And then when you want to make sure that what they build after you scan the site, you need to bring it in. So that's what we try to do.
Yeah.
And since like there is a more important point that we're bringing and we're listening to the customers, but we need to make sure that we are kind of balancing of bringing the value and trying to make and deliver it as fast as possible. There's one of the important things is iterating fast, one of our models in the company. So the first part was really relating to that.
So yeah, talking about the feature, right? So if you start off with a point cloud and you have a model, you need to align it together. So that's the first step that you want to solve, or basically do within with this new feature. And like in the background already, we can sort of see the workflow. And
but we actually want to tell a story how we developed it. So as I mentioned, it's about iteration, and we try to find the fast way to bring the models in the IVION. And we already have inside of the product dataset alignment tool that actually doing the similar thing, but data to data. And we thought like, oh, let's spare some time on developing something and deliver the value fast. Let's reuse what we had in there. So it's looked like a smart decision. We can deliver fast, but we tried to test it before releasing it. And Pete was one of our internal testers who were giving us an insight of how it's working or not, and share how it was working.
So it was familiar to I think the alignment that I was familiar with, like with dataset alignment, right? The overview was sort of the same, only I think with the model alignment, you'd like to be more accurate because with the point clouds, there's another tool which is the auto alignment, and that fixes a lot of the small bits that don't line up. But you want to be a bit more better with the a model alignment. So it was sort of a struggle to get everything in place, and having experience from my previous jobs is when I was also working with models. That has been the case in other software as well, right? So for me, it was like, yeah, I can expect this to happen, and it's a familiar environment, but okay, maybe not so much. And then I was quite surprised when I think maybe 2 months later, when you guys showed a better iteration of this feature, and it was totally different. And I think we can see a little bit in the background now. Yeah. It's not just. Oh, maybe you would like to explain.
I can tell. So the overall rating of the model alignment feature was very low. So the insight that our designer gathered was like, it's not performing how it is. So we need to figure out, okay, what is working well, what is not, what people is using. So we get rid. Oh, that's a different video. Just a second. Is it? It's in a loop. Okay. So we removed the quadrant view, and we actually made the big screen for everyone, and we just introduced a different type of buttons, how you'd still switch to the sides when you're aligning, and we introduced 2 more buttons that make the alignment more precise. So we still have drag and drop, which is very easy to use, and our customers are liking to use it, but with the move, you just need to select 1 point on the model and then 1 point on the point cloud, for example, like an inner corner, and it's all written in there in the helper, and it snaps into it. And then with the second button, which is rotate, you just rotate the angle, and it's aligned precisely. But if it's not sufficient, of course, you still can do the manual transformation to make the alignment more perfect, and the drag and drop is still in there. So it was a different iteration that the whole insights were from the prototype testing. Without that, we probably released something that people were not so happy about. And thanks for our internal customers, who helped us to understand that.
Yeah, I think it's really easy now to quickly align and then finesse the placement of the model in there. I think that's quite cool.
It is important because this is like a first step. If you are not aligning model to the point cloud, then there's no sense in visualizing and trying to compare one against another. But we did. Shifting to another video. Yes.
So now that you have the model in line with the point cloud, you would like then to check, right? Can you explain a little bit like how you thought about the tools in IVION, and that you use the existing tools to enable customers to check the data properly?
So of course, first, visualizing the model. As soon as you align it, and then it's accessible through the site structure, similar way with the dataset, you visualizing, and it's already cool thing that people are excited about, being able to see the model in the instance and visualize. You can, of course, walk through it, but for doing the actual QC, to check that what is being built, for example, against what was planned, you need to look on it not from the big picture, but on a smaller picture. You need to narrow down and understand if, for example, the pipes are going through the area that you are planning to, or if the amount of the doors that you plan are still there, or the windows. So for that, this is actually what has been shown in a second, but we added additional tool to the mark and measure. So we try to replicate the real use case that we think the customers are doing. They coming into the site, they need to compare one and another, and they are standing there. So you go then in the market measure tool and do the same. Right now, there is a different feature that it showcases, is that everything that is inside of IFC model, you can just show, hide, and change the colors of it, which is also quite useful, because usually when you model the model, it's representing the reality. But when you're doing the QC, you need quite contrast information. So, and in here in market measure, we added additional tool, which is cropping tool, where you can create the kind of like a narrowed down either a slice or the area where you're actually going to do the QC of that object. For example, one column is clearly shifted to another, and you can measure what is the shift in there, make some notes in the measurement, and then export it. So this is how we try to replicate the real use case in the software.
I think that's what eventually makes this feature a success, right? Is trying to think of what customers want to do with that feature, and then try what tools do you need, or what do we need to add to our tools to be able to, or to enable our customers to do a proper quality check on it. So I think that alignment with the customers, getting feedback from us, and also I think you're including some customers in those conversations, right? Is really nice to see.
It's our main driver.
Yeah, so it's already a great start, right? So it's like from the launch, I think I haven't seen very much problems. Like I had some feedback from customers that already thought it was great. What's next?
Favorite question from any customer-facing people or customers. So, of course, we have a bunch of ideas what we should work on next. Things like obvious, like opacity or supporting the coordinate system within the IFC files, but it's all details. And we usually, as well as developing of the feature from the scratch, same with the improvements and what is coming next. As I said, we try to iterate fast to deliver the value to the customers. So it means that we need to validate that we already brought the value to the customers and hear what you all need more. So the idea is that you trying it and talking to us, is it working or not, and what you need to have more. For example, just as 2 minutes before the presentation, we talked about a different file format. Do we need to bring OBGs or not? And this is what is going to drive what we actually then develop. So, of course, we will take the final decision. We need to kind of test it again, the feasibility, or is it aligned with our goal visions and so on. But still, you are the main driver, our customers, you are the main driver of what we're going to develop next. So please talk to us. So we are here staying on the booth after the presentation. If you have thoughts and ideas shared with us, it's not only me and Piet, there's also, here's Rafa, who is a designer of the feature over here. There's other people from IVION around, so just please don't be shy to talk to us. We really want to hear from you.